let's look at the employer-provided life insurance and compare it with the life insurance that you can purchase yourself. We will go over advantages and disadvantages and look into various types. Let's start with the basic group term life insurance policy. For some, the policy coverage is flat amount, for example, $25,000. For others, it's based on one's salary, for example, 1 year of salary. Here are the advantages of the basic employer-sponsored life insurance. Convenience. You can sign up at work, premiums get deducted from your paycheck, and you get guaranteed coverage. There are no questions, no tests, no underwriting. This type of insurance is generally free regardless of age, health, and so on. Here are the disadvantages. There are obviously work-related restrictions. Coverage typically requires active working status. If you become ill and unemployed before dying, the insurance may not pay. It's not portable. You cannot take the policy with you if you leave the employer. And it's worth mentioning that not all employers offer life insurance as part of the employee benefits package. Now let's take a look at the supplemental term life insurance policy. Some employers offer this option to buy additional life insurance, which can be 2 years of salary, 3 times salary, and so on. This can be added to the basic coverage. And here are the advantages of the supplemental group life insurance. It's convenient. You can sign up at work, premiums get deducted from your paycheck. There is minimum underwriting involved, but there might be some high-level medical questions. For example, the insurance company might ask you, have you ever had a heart attack? Or there might be a medical exam sometimes involved. Another advantage is that there will be potentially lower costs for unhealthy individuals. So even if you have health issues, your premiums may be lower than for an individual policy because they are based on covering a group, the young, old, healthy, unhealthy, and so on. Here are the disadvantages of the supplemental term life insurance policy. Again, there are work-related restrictions. Like the basic coverage typically requires you to be actively working, and it's not portable. You can't take the policy with you if you leave the employer. If your next employer doesn't offer supplemental insurance, then you may need to purchase an individual policy to maintain the same level of coverage. You may be paying higher premiums based on your age and health, and there will be increasing premiums. Typically, costs increase each year as you age. Also, the employer coverage typically offers few or no other additions of riders as an individual policy might include. Now, let's take a look at the individual life insurance policy, which is basically a policy purchased from an insurance company or a licensed agent outside of the workplace. Here are the advantages of an individual insurance policy. It offers potentially low costs if you are healthy, which is great. Coverage is dependent on your circumstances via underwriting, so healthy people will typically experience significantly lower premiums compared to supplemental insurance. And term policies lock in the premium for a fixed period, for example, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. The policy is portable. Since this policy is not connected to your employer, it's completely portable, providing you with continuous coverage. And obviously, there are no work-related restrictions. This means that an individual insurance policy is more likely to pay out benefits than employer-provided coverage. Also, it offers multiple options. You can choose from large selection of term or permanent policies, which offer a variety of special features and riders that provide flexibility. What are the disadvantages of an individual insurance policy? Obviously, there is an underwriting process. Policies are typically fully underwritten, meaning that your policy will be based on your health and other factors. There will be more questions than for the supplemental insurance and maybe some medical tests. On the other hand, it's not as scary as it sounds, and if done properly, you can gain so much benefits and save money by going through this process. If you are in the market for an individual insurance, I highly recommend working with an independent insurance agent that can compare the rates from different insurance companies As an agent, I deal with various situations and see that people in general overpay for their policy by 40 or 50% if they directly purchase their insurance policy online. Even if you have a policy now, shop around and see what the rates are and compare it with what you have. If you don't have an agent, please feel free to reach out to me. I help customers like you identify the insurance coverage and financial strategies that best fit your needs and financial goals. This process is straightforward and personalized to help make you smarter about insurance. With specialized industry experience, I have the knowledge and expertise to help you better understand your coverage and options. So feel free to reach out to me, and I'll be happy to answer any questions you might have about insurance.